This episode of New Jersey Living is being filmed in East Orange, New Jersey. Right now, we are just outside of the Brick Church train station. I'm gonna pan over here. A little bit of a sun glare, I know, but this is very much a construction zone right now. The shop right behind me is going to have a makeover, and we are going to have, by 2024, the crossings here at Brick Church Station. So this is indicative of what we've seen in many other locations around northern Jersey where you have a train line. There are going to be some type of development happening with luxury, usually luxury rentals. There is another structure just not too far from where I'm standing right now, other side of the parking lot. I'll flash a quick picture of that one, give you an idea of something that's already erected here by Brick Church Station. But this is one of two of the train stations in East Orange. East Orange is very much what I consider a sleeping giant, in that there are a lot of opportunities, be it first-time buyer or investment, because there is a extremely large inventory of two-family homes here in East Orange. Very much similar you'll find in Newark, also Irvington. So we're going to take a look at one kind of like corner, if you will, of the city towards the Glen Ridge and Bloomfield border. So we're going to have another stop at the Children's Museum, which you'll see in my next clip. But I wanted to start here just to give a quick glimpse of some of revitalization that is happening here in the Brick Church Station area. All right, so see you at the next stop. Have a little road footage along the way. Welcome to New Jersey Living. My name is Corey Jones, and I'm a real estate agent here in New Jersey. And I cover all things New Jersey: real estate market, social and dining scenes, iconic locations, and of course, any details on the recent developments in the real estate market. So if these things interest you, this is absolutely the channel for you. So I want to thank everyone for their patronage and support. We have eclipsed 1,000 subscribers earlier this week, so I want to say thank you. Those who are already subscribed, we have much more content to still cover. East Orange is our first trip here. We will take multiple stops because, similar to our other larger cities, there's a lot of ground to cover. All right, so I want to thank you all for sticking with me all this time and the support, and there's more content, like I said just a few seconds ago. Those who are new to the channel, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell. You want to stay updated on our episodes, which by and large we're still aiming. Our routine is 2 a week, but with some stretches of inclement weather and just general schedule conflicts, we have been challenged over the past month, but we'll be there definitely as we get into the spring with better weather and longer hours, because honestly we can't get quality filming in beyond 5 o'clock still right now, 5 p.m. in the afternoon, that is. So we are here in East Orange. First stop was by the Brick Church train station, which is one of two, and we're going to dive into that in a few seconds because you all know I do cover what I call the big three on all of my episodes. Where I am right now is I'm just outside of, as you might be able to see as I pan up a little bit here, you have the Jersey Explorers. This is a children's museum, also doubles as the library, right? So the Franklin Branch Library here in town. Just across diagonal to where we are is the Whitney Houston Academy. All right, so Whitney is certainly a native to the area, East Orange and Newark. That's where her roots are, right here in New Jersey. You know, she's actually, her burial site is not too far from here. That's in Union County, actually, in Westfield. But let's jump into the big three. Three things I cover always for those who are still getting familiar with the channel or maybe new. There are three primary factors that determine demand, and demand, of course, equates to market prices here in New Jersey. One of them is proximity to New York City. East Orange is neighboring to Newark. We are no more than a half hour, 35 minutes from Midtown Manhattan. So check mark there. Train stations, there are two. So Brick Church, flash up a couple photos again so you'll see what's happening there in that area. There is a major development happening at that particular station, and typically what follows is a lot of development and revitalization in the general area. So check mark, there are two stations there, and then it comes to schools. So I always keep my subjective opinions out of that assessment. I lean towards niche.com. East Orange is C- in terms of public schools, so that's not going to be a check mark. So 2 out of 3 for East Orange. East Orange, I described a little earlier as a sleeping giant because there are tremendous opportunities for ownership, be it first-time buyer or be investor here in East Orange. Pre-COVID, it would be common to be able to find a two-family that was no doubt in distressed condition, but under $100,000. COVID changed that dramatically. There was a flood of purchases and flips and renovations with multifamily homes, both in East Orange and Newark for that matter. So you will not find those kind of opportunities under $100,000, but still there's some opportunities here nonetheless. Where we are right now, this section of East Orange, we're neighboring on, we're really up just blocks away from the Bloomfield border, very close to Glen Ridge as well. So there is a lot of opportunity here because prices are very, very budget friendly, and there are areas of in terms of neighborhood that are very much quality neighborhood in East Orange. All right, so there's opportunity again on the first-time buyer or investment side here. So I'm gonna throw up the website I'm gonna give a plug to the museum. This one, I believe right now, they may only have hours on the weekend. I think they're doing some revitalization of their website, but this basically is at the kind of like the southern tip of Watsessing Park, which is a pretty large park that stretches all the way into Bloomfield. We're on the southern edge of that right now. So we're gonna take a look right here in this general neighborhood of, I believe it's 4, if not 5, sales. Recent sales are always feature properties that have sold within the past 30 days. We are right now at the end of February 2023, and the market is definitely ticking up. In the past 2 weeks, we're starting to see more and more highest and best type of scenarios, and these are on specific types of properties. These are properties that have been recently updated or newly renovated, very, very well maintained, and kind of your more ideal location. So we're starting to experience some of that once again, and it's only late February right now. All right, so there's still some ways to go before we enter the true prime season of the real estate market. So we are going to get a little bit more road footage in very shortly, and I'm going to see you at the first stop. So I'll see you there. Here we are at our first stop. We are in front of 60 Colonial Terrace. This is a single family home, quite large home, and it was relatively well maintained. Nothing new on the interior. And I'm gonna make sure I have my details right. So I'm gonna quick blink, come right back with some of the details on bedrooms and baths. And I'm back. So it's 5 bedroom, 3.5 bath, listed and sold at $364,900, and that was not an error with the price point. That is correct. Now you can see there's not a driveway, so it's on-street parking here. Pan around a little, you can get a feel for the other homes in the area. And again, these are large colonials. Many of them are going to be in that pre-war time frame in terms of construction. But this you can find in the East Orange under 400,000. Need some love, need some work, but by no means is this a distressed property that you could not live in right away and just kind of make your renovations along the way as you lived inside. As I mentioned before, we are all the properties are in pretty much the same area. We're only a block down from where I started, where the library and museum are. And so we're still just a few blocks away from Bloomfield and Glen Ridge. But this is what you can afford, all right? Good. Believe it or not, and again, you look at some of my other episodes and something this size and having an opportunity to purchase that under 400 would just not be an option, all right? So we've got a couple more right here in the neighborhood, and I'll see you at the next stop. We're at our second stop in front of 161 Brighton Ave. This is another single family, 5-bedroom, 1-bath. In this case, list price was $350, sold at $365. This block, you can tell there's a little bit of difference in terms of lot sizes. You see a lot of very similar, taller, somewhat narrow colonials, still in that kind of pre-war era. All right, so this is a property in terms of interior features. Honestly, I don't recall if there were any upgrades here, but obviously there was a level of demand here because it went above ask at $365. So this is the second of 3 single families, and now we have one more single family and 2 multifamilies we're going to take a look at. Again, all here in the same neighborhood. So I'll see you at the next stop. Our final single family is here at 306 North Park Street, right here, corner lot. And as you can see, this is a full scale, I want to say based on foundation, and I have to look up the notes on this one, so I'll flash up whether it is in fact new construction or renovation, because I don't recall right offhand, but the foundation looks really, really new here. But this was a list price of $565, sold at $560, 4-bedroom, 3 full baths for this one. And I'm gonna pivot around. You'll see that there are some homes that are not as older as what we've seen in a few other clips just prior to this one. So some of these are certainly not pre-war, but this is an example of what you're looking at on a total renovation or new construction in this neighborhood. Little cul-de-sac here, so this road, they're doing some work right over there, but there's no throughway through here, so it's very much a cul-de-sac. The first 2 families actually 2 doors down, so we're just going to take a little skip to take a look at the next property. But I would say that something to keep in mind about this particular one, that there is no driveway parking. There's no garage or driveway, so this one is, I had to take a second look just to make sure, but yes, this is all street parking. All right, so that's something to take in consideration, maybe why it went a little bit below ask, but still 4-bedroom, 3 full bath. All right, take a walk down to 2 houses down to our first multifamily. See you there. So just 2 houses down from where we just were on the corner. Right here is 314 North Park. This is a 2-family that had a total of 7 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. Was listed at $325. Okay, you're talking about this kind of size. You see that there's also driveway here and there's parking in the back. And as I mentioned before, this is a cul-de-sac. You can see these utility, I want to say, yeah, definitely utility work is going on this corner. So not a a drive-through type of street by any means, and it sold at 350, 9 days on the market. So this is what I'm referring to when I say first-time buyer, when I say investor. Definitely a solid rental market in East Orange. This is an opportunity for someone to, at the right price point, and obviously when you're an investor, you're doing the math. You want to make sure that your numbers work, whether you're trying to hold something or whether you're trying to flip something. But there's value on both ends. Flipping can become a more of a stressful game because you're trying to recoup money invested immediately, and there's often holding costs. Not too many people are having cash funds to put down or to purchase that property right away. Hold is a whole different type of prospect. We're talking the value of depreciation then, right? So you don't necessarily have to make a killing on rent right away, but you're depreciating, the property's getting paid down over time, and you can then use that equity for other investments. So this, again, this is a rather large two-family property in a solid area, very solid area of East Orange at 350. All right. So we have one more property. It's going to be another two-family right around the corner. I'll see you at the next stop. Right, our final stop right here in East Orange. Another two-family property. This one was listed at $354,900, sold at $352,000. Six bedroom, 2 bath. Still only on the market for 18 days. Now this one definitely in need of some work, and as you can see, there is not much of a parking option. There is parking across the street, but no parking from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning. And this is the Downtown Plaza apartment complex across the street. So yeah, it's a little challenging when it comes to parking for those properties that are along this stretch, with the exception of those that have driveways. So this is definitely a detractor when you're thinking about investment property. But someone got this at a mid 300 price point, and perhaps they're going to target tenants who are just going to take public transportation and don't have need for parking, because parking across the street overnight is just not going to be an option. So just again, just gonna pan around a little bit. You can see apartment complex behind me. All right, and this is not a very frequented street right here. Definitely a quieter side street, but all in the same kind of northeastern quadrant of East Orange. So this is first of more East Orange. I can't say exactly how many, but there will be multiple that I do in East Orange. We're going to make some return trips to Newark as well to cover some more neighborhoods there. And we are going to also start dropping back into Jersey City as we get into the spring season. So stay tuned for some of our repeat episodes there. And we have some more Bergen lined up as well, as I've mentioned before in some of my previous episodes. So thank you again for joining. And for those again who are new, be sure to click like, subscribe, and notification bell. We want to keep this community growing. Please leave comments. I love the the recommendations or the insights on either experiences or some of the local dining locations or other locations of note. It's always a great thing to get feedback from those who either live in the community or have lived in these communities. Questions are always welcome as well. And if you have any needs in your own journey to either buy, sell, or rent, please do feel free to reach out, and I will be happy to assist you with your journey. All right, so until the next time, stay safe and stay tuned to New Jersey Living.